Terry, Matterson, Joseph, Paulo. Any questions?
Terry, that tight schedule just caught up with you at the end, I thought, didn't it?
Oh, only because of the 12-0 penalty count against us in the second half.
Yeah.
So I don't think it caught up with us at all in the first half. But you know, how do you go from that to 12-0 penalties in the second half? I'm really proud of these blokes. They fought to the death, and but you can't have to do that much tackling. We weren't that indisciplined. There's a few there, I get it, but disappointed with that. But I'm massively pleased with these guys. And you know, Scotland did really well tonight as well.
Joseph, obviously you talked to the ref a few times, tried to find out what was wrong. What did he tell you?
Yeah, a few of his calls. Obviously it's hard with his English because he's from France. But credit to Scotland, you know, like obviously we gave the penalties away, but to our boys we tried to like hang in there to the end, but we couldn't change anything. The ref was going to have it his way. I don't know if it was because he reffed us in France that he tried to get back at us, but so I don't know. Like 12-0 is a big jump from the first half, so you can just only be proud of the boys just for hanging in there for that long. So
there's a fair bit of niggle in the second half as well. Any words spoken or just?
I think it was just a lot of frustration. Obviously, when I approached the ref, we couldn't talk to him, so we were trying to take it out on Scotland, and then that was making things worse with us. So. Yeah, obviously we just got to be steady heads for the next game, and yeah, obviously just frustration out there.
I think that makes it really dangerous for the players when that happens, and they get frustrated. They're not frustrated with Scotland; they're frustrated with what's happening out there. So anyhow, we'll just put the line in the sand here and give the guys a break. They've been wonderful, 3 games in 9 days, and they've performed fantastically. So. We've got a real challenge next one, and we can start to think about that after a couple of days' break. And we'll get the boys together and we'll do a little bit of work because I think we've had 4 training runs all together the whole time, maybe 5, and 3 of those have been captain's runs last day. So what these guys have done has been wonderful, and again, I'm no less proud of them tonight just because of the result. Their effort was outstanding, and we played against a team that have done similar stuff. Scotland, you know, they're just working hard for each other, and they're desperate on their goal line. A lot of similarities between the two sides.
Terry, do you know where you'll be best and what your plans will be now for the next week before Australia?
Well, we've been in the park Royal at Warrington for 3 weeks, but apparently we've got to move because I think they thought Wales were going to be in the quarters, so apparently we've got to move to Wrexham, which is quite bizarre. And France are going to move into our hotel, so we're not getting looked after, are we?
Well, you could have been thrown out on the street, Terry. I mean,
yeah, well, no, we're happy we're playing next week, and whatever the league make us do, we've got to do because we won't be paying for our own accommodation.
Joseph, you put on a report late? Was you put on a report?
No,
it was Joel.
Joel Lawani.
What did you make of that incident?
Oh, I don't know, a bit of frustration, so hopefully that's taken into account, but yeah, I'll have to have a look at it.
You pick up some injuries? Smoke came off, didn't it?
Yeah, well, there's probably another one on the report. They might be a little bit nervous with that one. That was a crushing tackle. But no, he came back on. He was okay. So Taylor Welsh, I'm not too sure what's up with him, but he came off. He couldn't get out the full game.
Terry, is there a lot to be said for just being appointed a week before the tournament starts?
Oh yeah, but you know, again, it's about the players really. They've bought into some basic things, you know, around effort and a real basic structure. So, and they've enjoyed each other's company, and it's just all grown from there. So, it's important that we regroup now and we get ready for this massive challenge that we've got next week.
Joseph, I assume now you can talk about Australia. Can you just say a few words about it and about how excited the boys are and what it means to the boys to play against Australia?
Yeah, for a lot of the boys, obviously after the Tonga and Cook Islands game, they got excited because we've obviously qualified, and now for them to take on the best from Australia, they can't wait for the challenge, and we just got to train hard and focus and do what we do well, and that's just play simple and keep it basic.
Is there a bit of hero worship there? Like, obviously fans as well as footy players playing against Australia?
Yeah, a lot of these guys watch these guys on TV, so they already know who they are. So obviously they can just focus on what they can do best and just let their playing footy do the talking on the field. So.
Terry, given when you took over and the amount of training sessions you've had, you probably know more about the Australian players still than you do about your own?
Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, I study them every week for the last 2 years, so yeah, I do. I don't think everyone knows what they can do, the Australian guys. So we're still learning about our guys, and I learned some more about them tonight. What I do know is they've got big hearts and they've got a great work ethic, and they love playing with each other. So you can always work with that. We'll work on being a bit better with our ball control. That certainly hurt us, and against Australia, you need to have at least a 50% share of that, and obviously the penalty count, because it's not all they're not all wrong penalties, but there was a few there. But we've got a little bit with some of our discipline. There's no doubt about that.
Can I just ask the obvious question and be the first to ask it? Can you win?
Oh, well, that's the challenge for us, obviously. But we're going in there expecting to win. We know how good they are. Everyone's had a go. England, obviously Ireland tomorrow, but for us, we're going in there to win. And if that means scoring a try or getting points on the board, then it feels like we've won against them.
So this is, again, the way we approach the 3 games. We haven't talked about winning. We've talked about playing well and performing well and being desperate for each other and working for each other, and we'll see where that takes us. It's taken us to 2 wins and a good tough loss. So if that takes us to a good tough loss, we'll take that. We just want a really good performance out of these guys, and for them to continue to learn and improve, and you can only sort of learn from playing the best, and that's what we're going to do.
Any final questions?
If someone had said to you a month ago, you'd just be gearing up for a quarter-final against the Australians, you'd have thought they'd been on the sauce all day, would you?
Yeah, well, I reckon, I don't know how many times I've been asked that in the last day, but yeah, that's of course, it's very surreal, to be honest with you, and I don't think I need to sort of go down and go through their games, the last 3 games. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. We're going to look at what we can do a little bit better. I've got a fair idea what Cameron Smith can do, and Greg Inglis, I think I'd rather him play centre than fullback. But yeah, again, our guys, they're not going to be starstruck. They're going to go out there and give a good account of themselves. I'm confident they'll do that.
It's a Hollywood film in the waiting, isn't it? If you pull it off.
Yeah,
Maybe even now.
Well, it's been
Who would you like to play you, Tony?
it's been
Al Pacino.
it's been a great story. It's been a wonderful story. So we just want to make sure that we finish it off, with our heads held high, and we'll go from that. And yeah, we've got the Wiggles on board now. They've been so,
The Wiggles are good.
and then they've spread the name of the Tomahawks, and that's wonderful. It's been great for the World Cup, I think, and I think everyone agrees with that. And the league need a wrap. I think National Rugby League, for the way they've pulled the groups as well. I think it's really worked well, and another, good competitive game out there tonight, and there's a few more coming this weekend. So there's a lot of interest in the World Cup.
Do you expect a call from the President, Terry?
Probably not. No.
The Wiggles and Dorothy the dinosaur will be at the game next week.
No. They got. We did invite them, but they have something on. Yeah. They got a previous tour of their book, so.
We'll finish it there. Thank
Good on
you.
you.
Thank you very much.